Hi, welcome to Foxy Little Nuggets. It's where the Spitfire of news takes down the Messerschmitt of despondency before safely landing at an airfield somewhere in Lincolnshire. So, a lot of stories today, and my God, where to begin? Well, there's only one story, isn't there? We've got to talk about him, the man of the moment. Nigel Farage. Yep, the MP has resigned as MP for Clacton in order to stand again in Clacton. Yes, it's the political equivalent of storming out of your house, ringing the doorbell and asking to be let back in. Only, of course, it's far more complicated than that, because by coming back in, or at least being admitted, he wins. Not just the seat, of course. He wins everything. He wins the great game. It's fantastic, actually. Farage saying says he is doing it in protest at the media's treatment of him, of his finances, and his family particularly. And to be fair, he certainly made sure the media stopped talking about his finances by holding a huge dramatic event entirely about his finances. Which, because now he's addressed them and have moved on, and he's now talking about all sorts of other things, finances is the sort of thing that nobody is now talking about. His attacks from Westminster, the doxing by the press, and of course now the new by-election. Clacton, of course, is extremely favourable territory for reform. It voted very heavily to leave in the 2016 referendum. It has a much older electorate, and Farage won it very, very comfortably last time with nearly half the votes. Bookies already have him as the strong favourite. He's odds on, in fact. You're not going to make much money on this one. But there is a small twist, maybe, because if the Standards investigation goes against him, and there's no reason why it should, because they're talking about investigating things from before he was an MP, there could theoretically be another by-election at which he would stand again for a third time. So Clacton may not just get democracy, it may get democracy twice, followed by Democracy 3. This time it's personnel. Meanwhile, of course, Restore Britain says it will not stand in the first election. They're saying that would be a mistake. He said, but they are keeping their powder dry, and if it goes to a third election, they will vote for that, or they will stand in that. The Lib Dems say, and they're looking to ways of delay the contest. Well, they can look, but there are strict rules on when elections happen. And basically, unless there is sort of outbreak of war, it's got to happen by, I think, the second week of August. But this is the SNP. It's a bold approach by them, isn't it? Their approach to democracy. Let's not have a vote. Let's not let people decide. Interesting. Next up, we're going to talk about Plaid Cymru. They have got £1 million immigration legal advice scheme. This is so that immigrants can come and claim off the taxpayer to get legal advice on how to stay in the country. Yep, they're taxing you so that you can be taxed further to keep immigrants in the style to which you cannot afford to be kept. Plaid Cymru often points out that immigration is reserved to Westminster, but apparently, whilst that is true, Welsh taxpayers need to fund their own Welsh version of the immigration system. Since Wales cannot control immigration policy, it can at least make sure that if you vote for Plaid, you will at least be forced to pay for it. Nice. Reform wants the scheme scrapped, arguing Welsh taxpayers are already paying for illegal immigrant legal advice, while many people in Wales struggle with their own legal costs or indeed living expenses. It is a curious constitutional arrangement, they say. Immigration is not devolved unless there is a grant application, a committee, and someone in Cardiff Bay using the word resilience while handing out hundreds of thousands of pounds. At this rate, the Senate may not be able to run the border, but it can certainly laminate the welcome pack. We're going to move on now to Reeves. She's entering what could be the last few days of her misrule, shall we say. She's going to give her Mansion House speech, but is expected to resign either at it or the following morning. She does not want the ignominy of being fired by Burnham. So, maybe. The speech is usually a major moment for the Chancellor. Big white tie affair. big financial address, all the hoi polloi there, everyone who's anyone in the financial world, basically. Serious people in suits, city grandees, owners of banks, that sort of thing. They all nod slowly, pretending they understand what she's talking about while tucking down on their rubber chickens. Let me tell you, the food at those things is not rubber chicken food. It is very, very high quality. It's all catered by Michelin stars and that. Yeah, very nice too. But this speech will have a slightly different flavour and nothing to do with the food, because it is, of course, the last one she will give. Everyone knows she's a busted flush. And this is one turd that won't flush, unfortunately. So she's going to have to say sayonara and pull the chain herself. It's less vision for Britain's economy, more, it's me last gab, give me some champagne and caviar. I want to go out in style, baby. Maybe she'll have a go. Maybe she'll mention the awfulness of her party, of her boss. Who knows? Organisers have reportedly asked her if she wants to postpone, which is their kind of speak for, please postpone. Please don't come. But Reeves is saying she's going to press ahead. Her allies, of course, still hope Burnham will keep her in position, but he won't. Not a chance of it. He's got other fish to fry. Although nobody knows which of these little fishes is going to be dangling on the hook for the job. Is it Miliband? Is it Streeting? Is it Mahmood? Is it someone else? Who knows? It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma. But there we go. That's there. So Rachel Reeves may arrive at Mansion House as Chancellor and leave unemployed. And indeed, unemployable. Fourthly, we're going to go north of the border. The SNP government wants a new mansion tax in Scotland. It's aiming at around 15,000 homes that are worth more than $1 million. It isn't going to raise very much money. It's just politics of envy. And the new finance minister, Jenny Gilruth, failed at education, going to fail in finance now, so she hasn't got a clue. She says, I want the wealthiest to pay a little bit more. Well, the wealthiest already are paying the most. And if you keep taxing the wealthiest will leave. Then who are you coming after for the money? The not wealthy, the poor, eventually, everyone. Eventually there'll be no one left in Scotland, and it'll all collapse. You can see it happening already. But they want to raise this money, and they say, it's going to be great. You're going to have all this extra money, but what are you going to do with it? Going to spend it on independence. Yay. More money pissed away and doing nothing. Oh, well. Mansion tax. Not going to raise any money at all. And I tell you who it's not going to raise money for. SNP. Ministers. Those who have the second homes that are worth over $1 million. And there's quite a few of them, actually. There's about 30 of them who rent or have bought second homes worth £1 million to be near to Edinburgh. But they get their expenses paid. So while, the rich in Scotland may have to pay this extra, up to $7,000 a year extra, those in the SNP government don't. It's all free. Free for them. Oh, well. So you can take out of that as much hypocrisy as you can comfortably carry. We have an ad finally, of course. My Trevor McDonough best voice. And finally, Britain has experienced one of the great national emergencies. A warm day. Well, all right, it's a hot day. It was 33 degrees. It's 31.8 as I'm recording this. Across the country, people are taking dramatic action. Curtains are being shut at 10 in the morning. Fans from 2007 are being dragged out of cupboards. Offices are filling with the sound of at least one person saying, it's not the heat, man, it's the humidity, every 9 minutes. Garden chairs have become command centres. Paddling pools have appeared in suburbs with the urgency of wartime bunkers. And somewhere, right now, is a man in cargo shorts standing next to a barbecue, insisting he is fine, while slowly turning the colour of a chorizo. But give Britain credit. We may not have AC. We have a Mediterranean architecture. We don't have that. We don't have any sensible relationship with the sun. But we do have ice lollies. I've got fabs in the freezer. Might go and have one of them. We have tea towels over car steering wheels. I've got that as well. And the heroic national ability to complain our way through anything. But it's a dry heat, man. So, genuinely stay hydrated. Keep an eye on the elderly. Don't let your dogs walk on the pavement. Britain, we can put up with it. It's not a total season. It's 2-3 days, and then it'll be back to normal. It's a little brief flare of heat, and then back to the normal moist, dank summers we used to. But that's all for today. You've all been my wonderful foxy little nugget enjoyers. Small stories, sharp teeth. Currently melting slightly in the edges here. I'm off to have a nice ice cold beer, I think. I've worked hard. I deserve it. And so do you. If you made it to the end, thank you very much. If you are yet to subscribe, please do so. It's very important. We all know what's happening now with the government trying to push down people like me. And until tomorrow, thanks a lot. Bye.